Ladies and gentlemen, James Lane here. This is episode 82 of the American Reveille podcast, and finally, we are going to talk about Andrew Cuomo. I haven't wanted to touch on the subject in a while. He really annoys me. I think we all get the picture. He's a sleazeball, but now it's been revealed just how much of a sleazeball he actually is, and as we know, the left eats its own, so I believe it's not very long before bye-bye Andrew Cuomo. I honestly believe he's going to resign. I think he's going to resign. I want to tell you all about why next. Ladies and gentlemen, James Lane here, episode 82 of the American Reveille podcast. How you guys doing today? Ooh, man, oh man. I know it seems like you haven't heard from me in a day or two. I had to film a commercial. I had to do nothing fancy, nothing like that. We got a sponsor now, so I had to try to do some justice. It's all good. It's all good. You'll see. Listen, all right, we're here. We just have a lot on the plate, so sometimes we have to move resources around, do one thing, do another thing. Sometimes more articles come out. Sometimes a video skips a day or two. Sometimes 4 come out in one day. Things do happen. But guys, man, I've been wanting to talk about Andrew Cuomo for a long time, but it's one of those subjects where it's like, everybody's talking about it. You know, like you ever look at something and you go to listen to, I don't know, your favorite person, whether it's Joe Pags or Joey Salads or whoever it is you listen to, whether it's Rudy Giuliani, whoever you're getting some information from on the various platforms out there, and they're all talking about the same stuff, right? That happens all the time in this politics game here. You find that certain patterns go through, you find that certain news cycles go through, and you find there are certain months where just everybody's doing the same thing. So there's a while there where everybody's on Andrew Cuomo, and I just didn't really want to talk about him. You know, he's a sleazeball. What more could I say? He's a sleazeball. Why do I want to talk about him? But we've come to a point where I think we have to talk about him. I think we have to talk about him, right? It's gotten ridiculous. It's gotten ridiculous. He's always been this slimy, skeevy, dirty, mobsterish kind of character that people distrusted, people didn't believe in, but somehow, some way, he was there. Somehow he was there, and now his downfall. And folks, I really believe it is. I believe the Democrats are not going to want such a mess. They're not going to want such a fiasco, such a full impeachment process on the Democrat side of the House with 2022 coming up right on the horizon. Do you really think they want that? Everybody that knows what's best for the left is going to pressure Cuomo to resign. Now, his ego is pretty big. I mean, he may stick around, but he's got a lot of that woke heat on him. Oh boy, he does. I picked out a couple articles. I want to go through these articles. I want to talk about some different stuff that is facing Cuomo, some of the stuff that he is being accused of, and some of the stuff that we know he did, and where I think this is going to go. But obviously, before we do that, I want you to do me a favor. All right, folks, do me a favor wherever you're listening to this, wherever you're watching this, hit the follow button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, like this, share this, get the word out. All right, folks, do me that favor. All right. So first and foremost, we're up to 3 women now. 3 women. 3 women have come forward to accuse Andrew Cuomo of some sort of debauchery, some sort of unruly, unwarranted, and unwanted activity that we're going to read about. We know we live in this woke universe where anybody can accuse anybody of anything. But at the same time, we have to do what's right and take people serious and investigate things. And honestly, I don't think any of us doubt that Andrew Cuomo is a slimy individual. We don't. This is Breitbart News. This is Third Woman Comes Forward on Andrew Cuomo from Wendell Husabo. All right, folks, this is from Wendell Husabo. Anna Ruck, 33, had never met Governor Andrew Cuomo before a New York City wedding reception in September 2019. According to a report, the governor was working the room after toasting the newlyweds, and when he came upon Ruck, she thanked him for his kind words about her friends. Cuomo, quote, put his hand on Ruck's bare lower back, she said in an interview on Monday. When she removed his hand with her own, the report cited, Ruck recalled. The governor remarked that she seemed aggressive and placed his hand on her cheeks. He asked if he could kiss her loudly enough for a friend standing by to hear. Ruck was bewildered by the entreaty and pulled away as the governor drew closer. Now, I'm not excusing his behavior whatsoever, but he is like an old New Yorker Italian. Was he like, you're so cute, I can kiss ya? You know, like some ridiculousness. He's like this loudmouth, bragging, egotistical maniac. He went on a book tour to celebrate the fact that he killed people in nursing homes and called it leadership. God. Could he could be serious. He could not be serious either way. He has no tact whatsoever, no sense of what's appropriate. I'll tell you that. Cuomo's never been a good guy. Cuomo's never been anything but a self-serving maniac. And now anything he does is going to hurt his family's reputation. Not that his little brother there hasn't heard it enough already himself. I think the forces that be pressure him so much, he's going to have no choice but to resign. If he doesn't resign, he's going to sink a ship and bring down so many people with him. I mean, he might do that too. I just have a gut feeling he's going to resign. I've been wrong before. I could be wrong again. Quote, I was so confused and shocked and embarrassed, said Ruck, whose recollection was corroborated by a friend, contemporaneous text messages and photographs from the event. Quote, I turned my head away. I didn't have words in the moment. Ooh, he said, can I kiss you, Ruck said. I felt so uncomfortable and embarrassed when really he's the one who should have been embarrassed. Apparently, per the report, a friend captured the exchange in a series of photographs taken on Ruck's cell phone. Ruck later said she had to ask a friend if Cuomo's lips had made contact with her face as she pulled away. The governor had kissed her cheek, she was told, Ruck said. It's the act of impunity that strikes me. I didn't have a choice in the matter. I didn't have a choice in his physical dominance over me at that moment. And that's what infuriates me. And even with what I could do, removing his hand from my lower back, even doing that was not clear enough, ladies and gentlemen. Ruck said she posed for a photograph with Cuomo afterwards. Once the governor walked away, Ruck's friend approached her with a look of alarm. Ruck's account comes after two former aides accused Cuomo of sexual harassment in the workplace, plunging his third term into turmoil as the governor's defenders and Cuomo himself strain to explain his behavior. Folks, Cuomo's coming to an end. Cuomo, New York City will no longer have to bend. Well, de Blasio's still there, so they might have to bend for a bit. But maybe we can get a good Republican governor in New York. What do you guys think? You think we can get a good Republican governor in New York? Maybe they can fire de Blasio somehow and clean up New York City. But look at Cuomo. Just look at his face. Look at his face. Come on. You know, he looks, if we want to go real 2021, real woke on him, we could just say, man, look at that. Look at him. Look how he looks. He looks like somebody who would do what they're saying he would do. That's how it works in this country now, right, ladies and gentlemen? That's how the left does it. That's how they accuse the right. They say his intention, her intention. They say whatever we think you meant to think. And therefore you're guilty of the crime we think you thunk. I'm messing with you guys. Listen, the left is one of those terrible, terrible groups of people, right? And within that group, there's an elite class almost. And this elite class lives completely by the rules for thee, but not for me mentality. And Cuomo, man, Cuomo is right at the top of that list. And he's a dirty old man that's been getting away with whatever he's wanted to for a very, very long time. And of course, you know, you can get to a point, even on the left, where it's just gone too far and nobody can defend you anymore. And Cuomo's gotten to that point. I just don't know how he survives this. I mean, we know the left can be blatantly crooked. We know they can just make a decision and carry it out and say, screw you, just like what happened in the election. They can just flex their powers and say, watch what happens when you go up against us, right? But this here, when it gets to the sexual harassment, the public claims, multiple corroborated sources, I mean, the house of cards is falling for Governor Cuomo, ladies and gentlemen. The women who have come forward with serious and credible charges against Governor Cuomo deserve to be heard and to be treated with dignity. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi said, the independent investigation must have due process and respect for everyone involved. Folks, so much to be held accountable for this governor. You know, they talk about an investigation. They take a look at focusing on sexual harassment, right? All the while at the same time, and this is part of the combination that's just sinking, just absolutely sinking Andrew Cuomo's battleship. He has been literally sold out by the closest staff to him. And it's been revealed, and we know this, we all know this, that they covered up nursing home deaths, just like we've been calling for months and months and months and months. We've all known about it. They called us crazy for thinking about these nursing home deaths, for bringing it up, but now it's been revealed, and so many more people believe it. They believe it because they've seen the facts. In fact, 71% of people have been paying attention, waking up, and absolutely and unequivocally believe that Andrew Cuomo knew and is absolutely responsible. All right. He knew the numbers and he lied. He covered it up. He committed a crime. A crime in which he should be punished, ladies and gentlemen. And we're going to talk about that next. But first, a word from our sponsor. Let me ask you a serious question. How do you feel right now? Do you feel good? Do you have energy? Are you tired? I was tired for weeks and weeks and weeks, months and months and months. I can't remember the last time I actually felt like I had get up and go. This whole COVID lockdown thing really took it out of me. I gained a bunch of weight. I ate a bunch of crappy food. I felt like garbage. And then I came across, all right, folks, and listen very closely, I came across Life Change Tea. That's right, Life Change Tea, ladies and gentlemen. It contains a proprietary blend of herbs that have been used for thousands of years to cleanse the body of toxins, folks. And when I say cleanse, this is going to do just that. It's going to cleanse your system out. It's going to cleanse your gut out. But there's a very big difference with Life Change Tea compared to other teas out there that are made for stuff like this. This tea's gentle. Listen, I tried it. I've been drinking it. I'm drinking it right now, all right? It's not hard to make. It's not hard to make. You let it steep. You put it in this big gallon jug here. You let it sit in the fridge. You drink an 8-ounce glass to 2 8-ounce glasses a day. It's not hard to use, but it's gentle. It's gentle. I've tried other teas, other cleanses, right? Other 7-day things, 10-day things. This is an everyday thing, right? I've tried these different products and it's keeled me over. Horrible gas, horrible pain. Ah, man. Just go into the bathroom, liquid death. That is not what you get with Life Change Tea. You get reliability. You get something gentle. You feel great. Just after a week, just give it a week. Try the tea for a week, right? Drink it down, clean yourself out. The bloated stomach will go away. The energy will slowly come back. Couple that with a healthy lifestyle, and folks, the sky is the limit. All right, guys, do me a favor. Head to getthetea.com. Getthetea.com. Get yourself some Life Change Tea, folks. Use the promo code JAMES. James. It's my first name. James Lane, right, guys? Promo code James. Free delivery, ladies and gentlemen. Free delivery. Change your life now. Get your hands on some Life Change Tea. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. I hope you'll check out the sponsor, getthetea.com. Getthetea.com, promo code James. Trust me, I've been drinking it. I really have been drinking it. I told you that I wouldn't put anything on this show unless I tried it myself. I've been drinking it, been trying it. It's made in the USA. I do stand by it at this point because I've tested it, so I think it's good. Give it a shot. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Folks, I know what people think of Cuomo. You know what people think of Cuomo. We know what people think of Cuomo. I just don't think Cuomo knows what people think of Cuomo. Ladies and gentlemen, Cuomo is out of his mind. He spent so long calling Trump a narcissist, an egotist, told him to get off Twitter. This man sat around doing press conferences during the COVID-19 pandemic's heights, sniffing his own farts and basking in how glorious they smelled as he sent mothers and fathers, grandmas and grandpas to their deaths, all the while imprisoning Jews or harassing at least Orthodox Jews for gathering, for not wearing masks, claiming that these minority communities would harm elderly people if they didn't comply, all the while he himself signed the orders. I was going to say au revoir. Instead, I was going to say bon appetit. Oops, I didn't mean that. Bon appetit would mean that Cuomo was eating the old people. I don't think he was eating the old people. I meant to say au revoir. That was what I meant to say. For some reason, I was thinking of bon appetit. Anyway, check this article out. This is Breitbart News, all right? There was a poll they put out. 71% of people say Cuomo knew the true number of COVID deaths in nursing homes and concealed it. And look at him. Again, he has that face. Let's use woke logic here, folks. They jump to conclusions. We can jump to conclusion too. Just look at that guilty face. He has the face of somebody I just do not trust. Therefore, I do not believe he would have done the right thing or is an honest individual. And I think he's proved that over the summer with all of the different things that happened in New York. Listen, guys, this is by Hannah Blue. I am assuming that's how you say BLEAU. Hannah Blue, March 1st, 2021. Check this out. The vast majority of voters believe that Governor Andrew Cuomo deliberately concealed the true number of coronavirus-related nursing home deaths in his state. A Hill-Harris poll released Monday revealed. All right, listen, quote, which comes closest to your views of New York Governor Andrew Cuomo, the survey asked, giving respondents two choices. 71% of all voters said Cuomo was, quote, aware of the true number of COVID deaths in nursing homes and concealed it, compared to a 29% who said, who said he was unaware of the true number of COVID deaths in nursing homes. Notably, 62% of Democrats agree that he was aware of the true number of coronavirus deaths in nursing homes and concealed it. A majority of Republicans, 80%, and independent voters, 71%, agreed. It's a lot, guys. It's a lot. The survey, taken February 24th through 26th among 1,909 registered voters, has a margin of error of plus or minus 2.24%. All right, very close. It comes as Cuomo faces political fallout for dueling scandals. Again, we're going to push these scandals down your throat. They push all this anti-right-wing crap down our throats. Equity, BLM, Antifa, all this horrible stuff. They shove it down our throats. They shove Marxism down our throats, ladies and gentlemen. So if we repeat ourselves when we talk about Andrew Cuomo scandals, I really don't care. He kind of deserves it. He deserves to have his face dragged in the mud. Hypothetically, of course. Ladies and gentlemen, listen. New York City Mayor, all right, Frankenstein, Bill de Blasio, on Monday, he said that the nursing home issue would not fall to the wayside as Democrats continue to express more public concern over the allegations of sexual harassment. And it's funny to see, it really is funny to see how quickly his closest allies just turn on him. Nancy Pelosi turned on him. Bill de Blasio turned on him. Quote, and we need to look at the nursing home issue. We can't just look at one or the other. We need a full investigation of the nursing home issue. Where thousands of people died, de Blasio said. Information was covered up on purpose, and we still don't know if our seniors are safe going forward. Our elders, we don't know if they're safe because we have not got a full accounting of the facts, he continued. Both these issues need to be looked into independently, thoroughly, and we need to know what has to change as a result, he added. This is Bill de Blasio, the socialist mayor of New York City, turning on Andrew Cuomo. At the same time, I believe Bill de Blasio got a lot of heat on him with what happened in New York, and it's a perfect opportunity to kind of slither away into the shadows for a while, let the heat turn down for all the riots and destruction and ridiculousness that happened in New York City, and let Andrew Cuomo get bent over and banged out by the woke monster machine, ladies and gentlemen, because that's what's about to happen. And I think he's too proud to take it. I think he's going to resign. Again, I'm going to say it 10,000 times. I think he's going to resign. Cuomo has continued to deny that his administration deliberately covered up number of nursing home deaths and actively blamed staffers and visitors, not the administration's controversial March 25th directive for spreading the virus in nursing homes. And we've heard him. I heard his voice. He said it the other day that it was staffers, it was nurses, it was people that worked in the hospitals and visitors. It wasn't him. He is a blamer. He blames people. He points the finger. There's no ownership. Jocko Willink would be so disappointed in you. He'd be so disappointed in you, Andrew Cuomo, because you can't take ownership for anything at all. You can't take extreme ownership. You can't even take baby ownership because you're a baby back bitch, Andrew Cuomo. You suck. You suck. Boo, Andrew Cuomo. You suck. You're going to resign. He really is. I really think he's going to resign. All right. I don't know if you want to take bets on it. I don't think that's legal, actually, but I just think he's going to resign. I really do. I really do. Look, you really want to talk about Andrew Cuomo being a sleazeball? You really want to have some fun with this? You really want to talk about the type of lawyer that Andrew Cuomo needs? You want any more evidence as to why I think he's going to resign? Andrew Cuomo, this is Breitbart, guys. This is Alana Mastrangelo. Man, I'm not dogging you guys, Breitbart, but I am an illiterate white trash bastard because I can't read a darn last name. You guys have such wonderfully elaborate and beautiful last names. My last name's boring. You guys have this awesome last name, and I can't pronounce any of them, so I sound like an idiot every time I read them. So I'm not dogging on you guys. I'm not talking crap. I'm not saying anything bad. I'm just talking crap about myself and my inability to read the English language or letters in general. Andrew Cuomo administration hires Harvey Weinstein lawyer. The Weinstein lawyer, come into my office. So you want to be a superhero, kid? Harvey Weinstein, that lawyer? As feds probe the nursing home scandal. See, there's so much pressure on him. He's hiring lawyers. Women are coming forward accusing him of sexual harassment. People don't believe him, don't trust him. They didn't really before. It's so much worse now. He's slipping, and the walls are closing in on Andrew Cuomo, ladies and gentlemen. The walls are closing in on Andrew Cuomo. So, this is Alana Mastrangelo, all right? The Andrew Cuomo administration hires the Harvey Weinstein lawyer. Let's read. New York Governor Andrew Cuomo's administration has hired Harvey Weinstein's defense attorney as federal investigators probe his state's handling of nursing home patients during the coronavirus pandemic. Lawyer Elkin Abramowitz. See? I know. Just, I need glasses, okay? I'm not actually illiterate, all right? I've read a lot of stuff. I get it. I'm not illiterate. I just need glasses, and I'm too proud to say that I'm getting old. It's not fair. Lawyer Elkin Abramowitz confirmed to the New York Daily News that he and his firm are representing Governor Cuomo and his top officials involved in the state's nursing home scandal. Federal investigators are probing the Cuomo administration, which is facing mounting criticism and allegations of a cover-up involving the death count of a nursing home residents during the pandemic. Yeah, look, he's not answered any direct questions, right? He's not acting as if he's innocent. He's making like little half apologies, and we all know what happens. Whether he's guilty or not, once you apologize to the woke mob, you are done. So we already know his time's numbered. His days are numbered. We know it already. That's how this works, right? Andrew Cuomo is going to be sacrificed. He is the sacrificial lamb. He is the governor that must go. All right. You've got the Whitmers out there. You've got the Insleys out there. Right. You've got these horrible governors. Horrible. Just horrible. And they've all done bad things. And somebody's got to distract the general public. Somebody has to be made an example of. Sometimes, and this is just not a hypothetical. What's the word? It's just a statement, just a phrase, just a saying. It's not literal. But sometimes the horde demands a sacrifice to appease the angering, of the masses. And maybe they're hoping that by throwing Andrew Cuomo up there on the cross and sacrificing him, that everybody will cool down a little bit. Let a couple Democrats feel the heat. But are they really feeling the heat? And again, I think that Cuomo is not going to play ball. I think he's going to resign. I think it's just going to be too much for him at a point. It's going to be too damaging to his family. And he's going to have to give some sort of apology, because he already gave a mini apology, and he's going to go out into the abyss. Into the abyss. His own brother won't even talk about him on his show. Can't even talk about him. Pathetic. Absolutely pathetic, guys. So last March, the governor signed a directive. All right, this is what happened. Signed a directive that forced nursing homes to accept coronavirus positive patients in order to free up hospital beds, a move that resulted in additional nursing home deaths, with Cuomo's administration which was later accused of underreporting. All right. Following his nursing home scandal, Cuomo went on to face multiple sexual harassment accusations. Abramowitz said that when it comes to the other scandals involving the governor, he and his firm have not been retained on the sexual harassment matter. Abramowitz had previously come under fire for serving as disgraced movie mogul and Democrat party mega donor Harvey Weinstein's lawyer, and helping avoid charges for admittedly groping a model. Wow. Listen, you've got Cuomo retaining Abramowitz, right? This high profile lawyer for what's probably going to be a high profile case, because I believe that when your actions, your orders, your directives as an executive sworn to protect and defend the people and the Constitution, when your orders directly result in death and then the covering up of death, I think that constitutes as a little more than what sexual harassment will get you in this country, which for a rich, wealthy man like Cuomo will probably be probation, house arrest, something that won't put him in jail. Oh man, but this nursing home death stuff, people don't realize how serious that is. I believe that could probably be charged all the way up to treason. What if they executed Andrew Cuomo, the federal government, to use him as an example, right? What if they say we need a good old execution, and they charge him and they put him on death row for that, to hopefully quiet the people while they transfer this society over to socialism? Look, I'm just pulling that out of my butt. I'm just making it up. Not saying it's real. Not saying it's happening. All I'm saying is I don't trust anything anymore after what we've seen. Plain and simple. I don't. So he could get out scot-free, or he could be impeached, or he could resign, and then get 3 book deals and make $20 million. That's probably what's going to happen. So I feel like, to avoid the embarrassment of a long trial and all kinds of things, he's going to resign and try to do things privately, settle things privately. Abramowitz was Woody Allen's lawyer. You know Woody Allen. He represented the director in his 90s custody battle with actress Mia Farrow and defended Allen when his adoptive daughter, Dylan Farrow, accused him of sexual assault. Bad dude. As for Cuomo, when asked about the investigation being conducted by Brooklyn prosecutors and the FBI, the governor deflected the state's matter onto former President Donald Trump, adding that such inquiries have only been given to states run by Democrats. He always points the finger. He passes the buck. No ownership. Jocko Willink somewhere shed a tear. He shed a tear for the waste of leadership and the lack of discipline in just completely filling the sack of meat that is Andrew Cuomo. Quote, "We have had requests from the Department of Justice since last year when the President Trump accused Democratic states of the COVID problem," said Cuomo. "Let's be accurate. President Trump first denied the COVID problem. His second strategy was, okay, there's a COVID problem, but it's caused by Democratic cities." No, you know what the problem is, Andrew Cuomo? The problem is you were expected to lead, which means you need to come up with plans specific to your state, working with your local leaders. Holy shit, maybe I could be a governor. Listen to that. What do you know? I just told you how to do your job, and it was probably correct. You know, here's the thing. This is what it is. Cuomo's a sleazebag. He's always been a sleazebag, and most of these Democrat leaders are sleazebags, and a lot of them are no more sleazebags than sleazebags on the Republican side of the house. Sleazebags are going to be sleazebags, right? At the end of the day, what makes things different here is the double standard, right? Sleazebags are hunted on the right, while sleazebags are protected on the left. But once in a while, a sleazebag goes too far, and the protecting wolves eat their own cub. Ladies and gentlemen, the left will eat the left. They're going to tear Andrew Cuomo apart limb by limb excruciating limb as he screams in agony. Breath smelling like garlic knots, Drakkar cologne stinking up the place. Ladies and gentlemen, he will resign because the torture will be far too great. And that is what I have to say about it. That is what I think will happen. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Let me know in the comments below. Do me a favor, guys. If you're watching this on YouTube, Odyssey, Gab TV, Rumble, any of those places, follow along, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment, like this, share. I need your help, guys. I really need you to get this around. If you're listening on Apple Podcasts, I need those 5-star ratings. I need those comments. I need those likes. I need those shares. I need to move back up the ratings list so we can affect more patriots, give them the tools they need to wake the F up. Guys, help me out here. Go to Gab. All right. Gab.com, American_Reveille, posting stuff there too. Parler has been on and off, just like Gab's been on and off. Go to Parler. We're back there as well at the James Lane on Parler. It's been intermittent, but I'm trying to post there as much as possible. All right, guys. Obviously, you can find me on the website as well, www.americanreveille.com. If you'd like to support us, if you'd like to give us a donation, please hit the support us tag. We take crypto. We also take just regular donations, and there's a link in there for that at www.americanreveille.com. We don't really bring anything in, so with that, it really helps us pay for maintaining our equipment, bringing in new equipment, and getting certain things done like copywriting, trademarking, all kinds of different things. So we appreciate the help. Obviously, you don't need to do that. I'm just thankful you're here. I just want you to listen. I want you to enjoy. I want you to follow along what we're doing with the company, American Reveille LLC. I want you to talk about it. Tell people, tell your friends, share this, share. All right. If you can do me a favor, if you could tell 3 or 4 or 5 friends about the American Reveille podcast, I will love you forever. All right. So share this around. Let people know. All right. Let's all get together and enjoy watching the downfall of Andrew Cuomo. All right, guys. I appreciate you listening to the 82nd episode of the American Reveille podcast. I will see you soon, and I hope you have an amazing evening. Bye.